People on Hamilton County Sex Offender Registry are violating the law by living within 1,000 feet of a school or a daycare. But there is little law enforcement can actually do about it unless the city attorney sues that violator in civil court. So as a follow-up to that investigation, David found that some city attorneys appear to be more aggressive than others. David, what else did you find?
Well, word seems to be getting around about cities and their attorneys who are tougher on people who are on the sex offender registry. Our investigation is turning up some interesting numbers regarding where sex offenders are living.
Of the 1,150 registered sex offenders living in Hamilton County, 800 live in Cincinnati. That means approximately 1 in 400 people in the city is on the sex offender registry. The sheriff says about 28% of those on the registry in Hamilton County are violating the law by living within 1,000 feet of a school or daycare facility. The sheriff sends a list to every city in the county of the 60 to 70 new people added to the registry every week. While a remedy for cities is to file civil suits against violators and get judgments for them to move, Cincinnati has only filed suit twice in the past 6 years. The city manager's office tells me, after the city investigates and verifies the sheriff's office information, the city reaches out to those identified individuals, notifying them of a deadline to move and that failure to do so will result in litigation to compel compliance. This outreach largely results in compliance, and therefore litigation is not often an outcome. The sheriff's office tells me cities can be as aggressive as they want regarding enforcement.
They can put additional restrictions on the offenders in their own communities.
Give me an example.
Norwood
passed an ordinance about 20 years ago that not only says registered sex offenders cannot live near schools and daycare facilities, but they also cannot live near parks, libraries, pools, community or recreation centers, and they cannot participate in Norwood Rec Center programming.
That actually keeps people out of those buildings, not just living 1,000 feet away.
Plus, the city takes the list the sheriff sends out every week and gives the names of those living in Norwood to its police department.
He just allows us to figure out where the jurisdictional lines are. So if you look here, there's an outline of the city of Norwood.
The police department plots the addresses on a map and makes sure the offenders are complying with the 1,000-foot law and ordinance.
And go from that address to the nearby school property line, double click that, and it's also within 1,000 feet of that one.
If they are within 1,000 feet, the violators get letters via certified mail and hand-delivered by a cop telling them they have 45 days to move or they will be taken to court.
We think it's important to use the tools that we can to protect residents, especially children, from sexual predators and prior sexual offenders.
And you remember that number, 1 in 400 people in Cincinnati is on the sex offender registry. In Norwood, it's about 1 in 600. The sheriff's office says that it tells sex offenders when they register, Norwood is not an easy place for them to move because of its strict ordinance. Kyle?
All right, David Winter leading us off tonight. David, thank you so much. And David, I understand even with Norwood's aggressive pursuit of sex offenders, you still found some violators there, right?
Yeah, we sure did, Kyle. We spent hours separating people on the registry by zip code and submitted 15 names to Norwood's legal team. It admitted 6 of those names had slipped by them, and they will be sending out letters to those people telling them they must move or risk legal action.
All right, David, thank you so much. And you can see David's full investigation by going to local12.com, and you can see it on the free Local 12 News app.
Sure, you can stop watching, but let's be honest, you want to know more. Tap the links or even better, click subscribe to stay in the know.